Hello and welcome to the TANKSPOT Crusaders Coliseum Raid Guide. My name is Aliena, and in this video I'll explain the strategy that we used for the faction champions. This is the third encounter in the Trial of the Crusader raid instance. If you would like more information or would like to learn more about downloading this movie, click more info on the movie information box on YouTube to head directly to TANKSPOT. Also be sure to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button to the right. You'll be automatically notified as we release movies that way. In its 10-man version, you fight a group of 6 out of 14 possible NPCs of your opposing faction with at least one healer. Each NPC has approximately 400k health. They have most if not all of the same abilities as a player of the same class would, and they will attempt to snare and lock down your raid members. All NPCs have an aura that reduces their damage taken from AoE spells and abilities by 75%, so you'll probably want to single target them down. When you first engage the fight, the champions will jump down from a corner of the arena depending on your faction. Be aware that they do not enter through the gates. Our raid composition here consisted of a prot warrior, 2 healers, and 7 DPS. The NPCs behave like a coordinated arena team, and they'll attempt to focus down one person at a time. So if your opponent configuration is melee heavy, they'll actually prefer to focus down cloth wearers. Fortunately, each cloth class has an ability to temporarily drop their threat: Fade, Soul Shatter, and Ice Lock. Those will actually end up being your best friends in this encounter. Your opponents are susceptible to crowd control, but PvP duration and diminishing returns are in effect. Be aware that the same goes for taunts, so it should only be used to save a clothy from getting murdered. We only used CC right at the start and whenever healers were in trouble. For us, it was easiest to focus down the healer while having our clothies kite the melee NPCs around as best as they could. And when the melee started focus firing a target, we concentrated our healing on that person. Interrupts and dispels, as well as concentrated focused fire, are of utmost importance. Analyze your opposing team ahead of the pull and set up a fitting kill order with healers either dying first or having a sent interrupter on them the whole fight. We found it much more effective to burst down the first 2 targets as quickly as possible instead of wasting much time with CC, but really it's up to your raid synergy which route you prefer to go. While this is a PvP style encounter, resilience gear isn't as useful as it may seem. Losing the ability to focus fire down your targets quickly results in dragging out the fight, and your healers won't have the same mana efficiency that they have in PvE gear. As you can see, this was a very quick encounter for us that barely lasted 2 minutes, so make sure to check out the 25-man version guide for additional tips about the various NPC abilities. Thanks for watching this movie. As always, feel free to ask questions or add suggestions either on YouTube or in the strategy thread on tankspot.com. Also, TANKSPOT donors can download all of these movies in high definition directly from our servers, so if you'd like to learn more about that, just click the second link in the movie information box.